Hey everyone, this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot, and this is Tarot at 12. Thank you so much for joining me today. I want to take a minute and say hello to some people. Let's see, Aneri, hi, how are you? Sangita, Preeti, I'm tongue-tied today. Hello guys, Alpha 11, Ashley, CC Sagittarius, good to see you. Night Reader Tarot, hello. We're going to go ahead and get started. I want to try to get to as many questions as I can. Huge shout out to the Night Reader Tarot. If you guys are not subscribed to his channel, you need to do that and check out his show. He's really good. All right, well, I had this spread out to show you and tell you something, and then I completely scooped it up and didn't say a word. So how do you like that? New deck to bring into the fold. We've got the Bonefire Tarot here. I've had this for a little while. It was actually gifted to me by my mother, who is a tarot whiz and avid deck collector. I wasn't using it. I like to get to know the decks before I use them, first of all, but second of all, this one in particular, it was time to cut the borders off, so I needed to find a moment to do that. I'm not a fan of borders, and it makes me feel terrible sometimes because the borders are beautiful, but just not a fan. All righty, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to select questions randomly. Night Reader will be my eyes and ears. They will be random. They are free, but if you'd like to guarantee a reading or bump yourself up in line, donations do take priority, and they can be in any amount. My PayPal me link is in the description. Okay, so let us see our first question. Let's get going here. All right, Sangita, 25, asks, when can a love come to me for marriage? As much as I'm excited about my new Bonefire, the new trimmed Bonefire, I'm not feeling that one for this question. We're going to do Light Seers. Again, I choose different decks, just seeing what's kind of attracting me. No rhyme or reason. It doesn't mean anything, except for to me. You know, whatever I'm connected to, that's where I go. All righty, Sangita. When can A come to Sangita for marriage? Let's find out. Let us find out what's A doing. When are you coming over to Sangita? Okay. Let us see. Look at that. 10 of Pentacles. First card. Happy family. Having it all. Financially secure. Ooh, and then we've got the Lovers at the end. So we've got some real nice bookend cards here encompassing this. So let's start from left to right for a minute. All right, 10 of Pentacles. As I mentioned, happy family, having it all. It is the 10. So the 10 is the end of the suit before the court cards, of course. So it's kind of like the end of the journey in that particular event cycle. That's where you want to be. You want to be in the family. You want the little dog. You want the kids running around. This is the happy family. This is what we're looking for. Here at the other side, we do have the Lovers. That clearly is, as the name and the picture imply, two people coming together. And when it's not a love reading, it can also mean two important things coming together. But obviously, being a love reading, this is clearly a couple. So, as I said, we're going to kind of go left to right now because these are our bookends. We've got the King of Swords and we've got the Hierophant in there, or Hierophant. I never say that right. The King of Swords, that's somebody who is definitely a leader, definitely somebody who's powerful, somebody who is ready to just run on in there, knows what they're doing, has all of their ducks in a row, so to speak, and has their finger on the pulse on everything that's kind of going on. Swords is also the suit of communication. So that's a good thing. We want to see what, we want, when will A come to me for marriage? Clearly you have to be communicating first. And that's what the Hierophant is saying. The Hierophant is saying, are you guys on the same page? Are you on the same page about how a marriage would go, how a courtship would go, how your life will play out, what you need in your life, what you want in your life? You need to make sure you're on the same page. When you're on the same page, things are going to go. I mean, things are going to move. These are what we want. The King of Swords says you're ready for this. The Hierophant is saying, are you on the same page? That is the thing that would potentially slow things down. However, that is easily solved with communication. Now, I don't remember. I think we've read about A before, and forgive me, I'm not putting it together as far as, what we were thinking last time, but I'm not sure if you guys are already talking or not, but the big message here is communication. You need to be talking because you need to be on the same page to have these happen. So these show me marriage, happiness, love, success. These, they're not negative cards. They're still very positive. But these are telling me you guys need to be on the same page on some of the more traditional things, whether that means the marriage itself, the planning, the direction. If it's still in the early stages, how does the relationship play out to get to marriage? That's kind of a traditional outlook. You need to make sure you're on the same page, though. So I think the tarot is suggesting that it's not coming like right now. Did you see all those love cards and things that we had that looking good? I feel like it's coming, but there's something that's kind of keeping you not officially being on the same page. Maybe you already are, but you guys need to kind of talk about it, make sure you're on the same page, and I think things will take off from there. Okay? All righty. Twinkle, twinkle, hello, Preeti. I think I might have said hello, but if I did it twice, then bonus for you. Again, I'm so happy to see you all, and I do look through, and so after the show, I always go back through the comments, and I'm very focused, as I've explained, so I want you to always know that, and Night Reader's there to greet you. Let us know what kind of questions, if you have issues, about what's going on. Okay, and Mary, will I go to Canada to study in 2020? Oh, how exciting. All right, Canada, our neighbors to the north, if you're here in the U.S., the neighbors to the north, the nicest, friendliest country around. I think Canada is awesome. I am in the U.S., and we are not going to talk politics at all. But I will say Justin Trudeau has really shown his very well-rounded and strong leadership. I think anybody who lives in Canada should be very, very proud that they have such a leader. Okay, and no politics. I'm not going to ever do that, to be quite honest. I am not interested in getting into that whole can of beeswax. All right, will and Mary go to Canada to study in 2020? We're going to use today's journey. That seems kind of modern, and I would like to use my modern deck. So let us see, let us see. Canada. Oh, got an extra one that wanted to come out. So we're going to add it. We're going to stick it right there. Okay, can you see them all? Good thing this is one of my skinnier decks. Hey, well, I go to Canada to study in 2020. We've got 2 wands, some heat. That 3, that's a lot of action. 8 of air, that's swords. 4 of water, that is cups. All right. So starting right off the bat, like I said, we're seeing a lot of heat. We're seeing a lot of action, a lot of fire. This is the suit of wands, which is growth and effort. We're going to just go left to right because I'm seeing heat, appropriately so, but we're seeing good things. Here we go. This one here, look at, they're cooking steaks on a fire. Things are literally cooking. They're cooking. Things are moving. You got some stuff really cooking. Here, the 10 of fire, that's heat. What do you see here in this picture? They're traveling. So heat, movement, action. The 10 of fire is the last one in the suit before the court cards. And like we were just saying, that's usually the completion of the journey of that suit. It also indicates burden, hard work, going to school in Canada, wherever you are. That's a lot of hard work. That's a lot of burden, but in a good way, in a growth way. In the Rider-Waite and the traditional imagery, it's a person carrying loads of wands on his back, but he's making it. He's got all these wands. So all of those quote unquote burdens bring him to where he wants to be. So they're a positive sense, or a positive type of burdens. So next to that, we have the Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands. We've got 3 in a row, 3 heat, and we've got this new opportunity. Based on just these starting cards, yeah, it's looking real good. It's looking real good, and I even see the travel in there. New opportunity, again, college, but studying abroad. I'm not sure where you are, but I'm assuming based on the way you asked the question that you're not in Canada already. So traveling anywhere, you know, and going to a different country, a different school. I mean, this is going to take a lot. And again, while there might be burdens sometimes, it's all worth the journey because it's bringing you to where you want to be. It's propelling you. Obviously, going to school, you're trying to accomplish something for your life, your livelihood, your personal satisfaction. This is all moving. It's really moving. Here we have the 8 of Swords. This is you. These two are representing you. This is being kind of trapped by your own thoughts, overthinking, getting lots of points of view from lots of people, hearing things. I'm sure lots of people have well-intentioned advice, but I think it's kind of making you feel stuck. I see that here, and I see that here. These two being paired together. Look at this guy. He's walking away, walking through this town square, this street, or wherever he is. All kinds of fun stuff going on over here, but he's not even looking at it. He's busy listening to his headphones, walking through, not even paying attention. I'm sure he's enjoying the music, but he's missing all the things that he could be enjoying. Pair that with this, and I think you might be missing out on some of the fun of planning this. I think that I'm getting the real strong feeling that you are getting a lot of people talking to you, a lot of advice, again, well-intentioned advice, but just completely oversaturating you. That's the real feeling I'm getting. And while you're still happy, you're still in a good place, you're still looking forward to it, you still value it, you're kind of just breezing through some of it because, you know, perhaps because you're so preoccupied with this, but you're clearly preoccupied. So I think the advice from the tarot is, yes, this is looking real good. It's all at the front of the spread. So as to 2020, it's looking like it's going to happen soon. So I think it's a safe bet that you can say, most likely. But as much as this is really moving and really positive, I think the tarot is giving you the advice that you need to kind of shed whatever's kind of imprisoning you in your mind. Whether that's a lot of advice, maybe you've done a lot of research and you've got like almost too much going on and it's kind of distracting. Pay attention to the details. You might be missing out on something that is actually fun, part of the journey, enriching. So pay attention, okay? Good luck. I'd be curious to know what you're studying and what country you might be in and how long of a journey would this be to go to Canada. I'd love to hear if you're willing to share. Drop it in the comments. I'm curious. All righty. Put that one back. So I'm trying to be more organized today. I've been spilling everything and knocking everything around. And you'll be happy to know it is not raining today. I called AT&T again. They probably hate me over there, but just can't be without internet. All right, Alpha 11. What will the okay, now here we go. Taurus feel? Taurus? Oh, what will the Taurus feel? All right, duh. I'm sorry. I wasn't putting that together. Now I am. What will the Taurus feel when he sees me in person this weekend? Woo, exciting. Let's use light seers. This seems like a light seers question. When he sees me in person, what will the Taurus feel? How exciting. Blind date. But sounds, with online dating and stuff, it's not literally like blind, like you don't know who this person's going to look like or be like, but it's so much different in person. So much. And this is where, got to think about you too, Alpha. What are you going to feel when you see him? Remember, this is a job interview, so to speak. You're interviewing this person to see if they deserve another date. You have to decide on them. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Okay. Whoa. I dropped it already. See, I jinxed myself, I think. Okay, so we are wanting to know how the Taurus will feel when he meets you in person. All right, I think the Taurus is going to be feeling real good. I think the Taurus is going to be excited. And I think the consideration to move forward, and again, whether that's connect again, date another date, or something new is going to be a result of this meeting. You've got the Justice card here. That's the decision card. Decision. There's a couple decisions in here. One, how does the Taurus feel? Does the Taurus want to date you again? Two, what do you, Alpha, feel? Do you want to date him again? Don't forget, that's equal. And then three, how to take it going forward. What do? Do you ask for another date? Do you wait and play it out? I mean, what do you do? So there's, a little planning going on, not knowing quite how to proceed. This here, the Two of Pentacles is typically the two choices, juggling between two things. We've got decision and two choices. What are the two choices? Well, let's put it together. Should we see each other again? Should we not? Well, that's what the date is to discover. Here we have the Queen of Wands right next to it. And this is telling me that yeah, the decision is going to be that this is going great. Happily wanting to plan a new adventure together, whether that's a date or whatever you guys are planning. This is definitely the way that the decision. Now, it makes sense trying to kind of weigh it out and decide you should be, and so should he. Once that's accomplished, which I think will be quickly, it's in the beginning. Okay. Look, we got two queens here, two queens. So I'm thinking the decision about, hey, how's this going, is going to end in it's going great. It's going great. This is the Queen of Wands, which is the suit of growth and effort. And then this is the Queen of Pentacles, which is the suit of resources, the everyday life, money, that kind of a thing. That's not the main point, though, I want to make about this. This queen is a wonderful planner. She knows how to get it done. Remember what I said, that one of the decisions might be as to how to proceed. Well, I think there's going to be some initial planning about how to proceed. But there's going to be a little bit of a lack of follow through, or the tendency. So be aware of that. Keep things on track. Like when you make plans, make sure that, you've got everything decided. Don't leave it up to chance when you make plans. And that doesn't mean be a micromanager and be like, boy, we can't even have fun because you've planned it out every second. Doesn't mean that at all. But it means, be clear. A lot of people are kind of wishy-washy. We all tend to do it. We hint about things. We say things that kind of are metaphors, or they make sense to us, and we just expect other people to know what we're talking about. We all do it. I do it. This is saying don't do that. When you make plans, when you're thinking about the next step, be direct about it without being a micromanager, but like, okay, not, are we going to see each other again? Yes. Okay, great. It's like, are we going to see each other again? Yes. Okay, well, how about I call you Thursday and we can see what we want to do? Or how about you give me a shout on, after you see how your week's playing out? I mean, make a next step. Have a next step in mind and suggest it. That is the advice from the tarot. I love these cards. It's so amazing to me all the time. Like, even after reading, I mean, for a while, I'm just always amazed. Okay, looks like we have a donation. And again, I realize PayPal names are not the same as screen names, so I'm going to scroll down. This is from Brenda. So let's see. Brenda. I'm looking for you, Brenda. I'm not sure if you could comment on the bottom. Let me know what your screen name is on YouTube. Oh, here. I got it. Sorry, I do have it. Pacha, there we go. Thank you so much for your donation, Brenda. And this has elevated you to priority status, so let's take care of your reading. What has Bobby been thinking or feeling about me? And you're very welcome. It says thank you. So what has Bobby been thinking or feeling about me? Let's do an Alice in Wonderland. This one's actually called Wonderland and Tarot in Wonderland. I reverse it, and you want to know what's funny? The people who made this deck and made the packaging or whatever, they reverse it too. On the outside of the box, it says Tarot in Wonderland, and on the inside on the guidebook, it says Wonderland and Tarot. So I'm not the only one. All right, Bobby, what are you thinking or feeling about Brenda? We want to know. What is Bobby thinking? Okay, let's see. Let's see what we can see. What is Bobby thinking or feeling about Brenda? Okay. Okay, so this is a nice card here at the end. That's the World, which obviously you can tell what that means just by the name. But look at this card. This is a real good representation of the world. This is about having it all. This is about being able to create things. It's the completion of a cycle, but yet the start of a new. It's not the Wheel of Fortune, which sounds kind of similar, but this does involve completion and getting started on the next chapter. It's a little different, like I said. This card in particular, look, she's holding the wands, and each of the wands, I don't know if you can see, they have kind of a pointy little knobby thing on top or in the bottom. What that means and indicates is, as is above, as is below. So it's a manifestation card. It's a card about making things happen through your positive thinking, through your belief, through your faith, through the law of attraction, whatever it is that you subscribe to. That's what that means, making things happen. So I'm thinking, and I'm thinking that Bobby's got some choices. I think Bobby's got, I'm not sure if you know or not, if Bobby's got a lot of potential people to date, or that he's talking to a lot of people. I know with online dating, you know, there's a lot of times people that you're kind of just talking to that aren't really anything really other than just something to do. But so it could be just something as simple as that. So I'm not getting this huge love thing like, oh gosh, he's dating about 10 people. Not getting that at all. But I'm wondering if maybe it's just that kind of talking. And, you know, here we have the 10 of Wands, which again, as I was explaining a few minutes ago, that's about carrying the burden. You've worked hard, you've gotten somewhere, but it's been hard, but look at all that you've achieved. This little beaver dude has a whole wheelbarrow of fruit. He's carrying all the wands. He can do it. It strengthens people. So I'm thinking, based on some of the other things I'm seeing, if you're really wanting Bobby, I think, it's going to be a bit of a weight. I don't want to say the word struggle, because that's not a struggle, but I think there might be some challenges. And that will result, though, in carrying a wheelbarrow of fruit. I mean, it's not a death sentence or a deal breaker, but I think it's going to be a little bit of a work. Here, while he has his choices here, in front of it, we have the Seven of Swords. I think he's afraid to let the choices go. Again, I'm getting the impression that choices aren't really anything to truly consider, but I think, and that might be being afraid to let go of single status. Might be something like that. I do see, though, that with the world, that this has the potential, and I think it's recognized. I see this going two ways. The 10, the burden. I see that as, you having to wait a bit or work to continue to develop this relationship. I'm assuming Bobby knows you. It's not like, oh, I saw him across a crowded room, and what does he think? Is he interested? I'm thinking you must be talking or have at least, met each other so that he has an opportunity to think or feel something about you. I feel like getting it to the next level, you're going to need to continue to reach out, continue to communicate, continue to insert yourself kind of, because I think he's afraid to lose out on, I think he doesn't really have much. I think it's kind of a big, smoke and mirrors kind of fun talking, that kind of a thing. But I think he's kind of afraid to lose that. Not saying that he won't give it up, the world, but I think that's something that takes a little time. As Bobby gets to know you, he'll be like, I don't need this. I don't need these other possibilities. I don't need the validation from other people. I think that's what's going on. I think it's going to take you a bit, but I think you got to let him know that that's the other choices aren't valid. That's the right word. Does that make sense? All right. Well, I hope so. Bobby is probably, now I don't know if he's online dating. I mean, obviously I'm not in his house or his head, so I don't know, but it's just a lot of choices, and that's just what's coming to me pretty strongly. I mean, it's COVID. I mean, you think about all the logical reasons, but also with that card and just how it's really jumping out at me, I think that's something to pay attention to. I think that's a little bit of something. Okay, so let us see what is next, and thank you again for your donation. Let me see here. All righty, let's go. Here we are. Preeti would like to know, will Jagit send me a message within the next 5 months? We want to see what? We want to see some swords. Let's get some cards out and see what we see. This is going to be the Anna K, and we're going to find out. Jagit? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm trying. Send me a message within the next 5 months. Let's find out. Jagit. Message for Preeti. Next 5 months. Okay. Alrighty. All right. We got this 10 of Cups. That's looking good. Lots of bright colors. Wow, we're getting some sunshine. And then we've got the High Priest, the wise peacekeeper, the advice, the all-knowing kind of sage, the High Priest. Okay, so let's see what we've got. We've got the 10 of Cups. Back to the 10s. We're getting a lot of 10s today. That's the completion of the 10 of Cups, which emotions and love and all that ends in this beautiful, serene, happy woman in the sunshine. Yellow, as you would imagine, is for optimism, cheerfulness, excuse me, but it's also for impatience. Yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. We've got some impatience at work, it looks like. Here, this is saying, you know, you got to do some work, which work might just mean work on yourself to be able to wait. Impatient here, but happiness. You're waiting for this happiness. You're waiting for this 10 of Cups to be you, right? And then next, we have the 8 of Pentacles, which is that hard work, attention to detail, improving your craft. It's not like a frantic, oh gosh, I got to do all these weird things. It's continuing to do what you're doing, you know, paying attention to your the details of what you're doing, We'll pull it all together in a second, but that's clearly what that's saying. And then here we've got the 9 of Pentacles, which is about success, having it all. Now, it's not the 10, but it is about success, being generous, everybody coming to the table and enjoying each other. It is success. Now, here in this deck, she's got all the pentacles in the well, in the wishing well. She's holding one. She can make wishes because she's got it all. You see what I'm saying? These two bookending this one means how to get there is to pay attention to the detail. So, going back to your question, will you get a message within the next 5 months? I believe there's a little work needing to happen. I'm going to pull an endgame card for the timeline because this is not really showing me much of a timeline. But look at this, though. We've got an 8, we've got a 9, we've got a 10. So things are moving, but that's not a 1, a 2, and a 3. So I don't know if we can say 5 months. Let me pull an endgame card when we're all done with this, and let's just get a little insight on that. But I do think it's coming. I do think that, you know, the message is what's going to spark it off. I think that's what's going to make some of this happen. Here we have the High Priest. That is kind of like the overarching message for this spread. It's at the end, so it's kind of applying to all of these here. And it's about sit back and be wise about this. I've dated, I've been married multiple times. I've had lots of experience this way. I don't know I'm by no means saying I know everything, trust me. And I still make mistakes. But the wisdom, I can't stress enough how much wisdom you get just by sitting back and letting things happen. This to me is patience, paying attention to details. You know, if you have something, like say you've been discussing when you've talked before, you know, you've had some conversation about a current event topic or a study about something that interests you both. Perhaps you have a mutual friend. Perhaps you have a TV show you both watch. If you're not getting a message and it's been a while, perhaps that's, hey, sorry to bother you, or, oh, I hope you're free, but I saw this article and it reminded me of when we talked about X, or something like that. And that's not saying being sneaky. That's saying about being smart. How can you kind of trigger that? How can you raise the flag? That's what we say in sales. Like you need people raising the flag and letting you know that they're there. Sometimes the details aren't about what you're both doing. Does that make sense? I hope so. That one kind of just flowed out of me. So I'm hoping my words flowed with me, my thoughts. But yeah, let's pull an endgame card and see about that 5 months. This is from the bottom of the deck. Oh, and it's flipped over the wrong way. That's not good. I'm getting rid of that one because that is not good. We don't want that. We're going to the next one. Bottom of the card. It's coming. King of Rods. That's action. Moving forward. You can see by this guy, he's walking off this way. Rods is the suit of wands. Things are moving. Look at this bright card. I wish I wouldn't have picked those other ones up because of all the brightness. Things are moving. Don't be impatient. 5 months, though, is a long time. So if you're trying to help spark things, perhaps inserting yourself in a positive, honest way will help trigger some conversation. Think about it. Okay, I hope that helps. let's see what is next. Now, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do. I love to stay connected. I feel like we're creating a nice little family here. And I'd like you to know about when things pop up. I do my show on a regular schedule, but I do have pop-up videos with other things. Love you to stay in the loop. Plus, the more subscribers I get, the more cool things open up for me so that I can improve the channel. So I would love it if you would. All right, career reading for Aries girl. Let's find out what's going on career-wise. We are going to use the Druidcraft Tarot for a career reading for Aries girl. Okay, let's see what we got. Career for Aries girl. What's going on with that? Okay. Let's see. And you know, you guys, these are mini readings. Some of the things that are left kind of a little out there still, like, okay, well, I want to know more about that. We can do a private reading. Let me know. Shoot me an email. I do private readings, $30 for 20 minutes, and I'll let you in on a little secret. I always go over, so it'll probably be more than 20. All right, career reading. 9 of Cups, Queen of Cups, 2 of Pentacles. Okay. I think you're going to be looking at a couple new things. Now, if you're looking to leave your job and go to a new job, I'm seeing a couple different options open to you. If you're looking to just improve your career at your current job, I'm also seeing that, you know, there's going to be kind of some different projects or different roles, different duties that you can add to your current lineup that is going to make you feel a little better about your current job. As far as moving on, though, and going into some other type of job, I see that you might have a couple things that you might be able to decide between. Here next to that, look at again, 2, 3, it's going in order. I think that to make whatever you decide, to make that successful and make it happen and can make you happy or continue to propel your career, it's going to take some work. And again, you have this ability. Look at here. All these people are looking on like, wow, what are you doing? He's calm. He is, you know, working hard. He's focused. But he's got a very calm demeanor here. Look at, there's the cat rubbing up against him. If he was frantic and trying to work, oh no, Kitty would not want to be by him. So this is a calm progression, you know, the success based on your hard work. That leads us back. Now let's round back here. That's what this is. This is about this. It's sometimes the generosity card, but this is about, you know, having everything in line. People are working with you. People are acknowledging, you know, your passion for the job or your ability for the job or how well suited you are for the job. That's why the Queen is next to that. This is about coworkers. This is about friends. This is about keeping, you know, getting that not only validation, but keeping opinions, advice, maybe networking, finding a new job through your friend, through somebody else. Networking, I can't say enough about networking. It's all about who you know. And finding out about opportunities that you might not have otherwise known about. Very strong, very clear. The decision is going to be between the two things. Which either one will be successful. You got to really kind of gauge your state of mind. And it's either going to be adding duties to your current job or perhaps 2 different jobs or opportunities that you're deciding. So, you know, depending on what your situation is. Either way, though, that's going to involve some hard work. Again, not stressful, like, you know, beating your brow and sweating all night and no sleep. Doesn't mean that. It just means attention to detail, keep improving your craft, and people are watching. That's the promotion card, right? That's getting a promotion, that's advancing. So I'm saying your career looks very promising. I think you've got a lot of good things. whether you're going to stay at your current job or move on, I think the reading applies either way. Either way. I think it's really good for both. All righty. Well, I hope that helps for you. We do have another donation coming in. This is from Judy. Thank you so much, Judy. Let me find your question and potentially your screen name. And again, mine's not the same either. So I didn't realize why it mattered until this. Sharmila, hello. Ms. Wheats, hey, how are you? CC Sagittarius. Pretty flowers. I like that. Shinjini, hello. I'm looking for you, Judy. That's where I'm scrolling through. Ms. Wheats, is that you? All right. I'm going to remember that. I swear to God. I am the worst. I have the worst memory, which is funny because I was in sales and you need a memory for that. So, go figure. All right. So, Ms. Wheats, thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. It will go straight back into the channel. And let's see what your question is. Do you see me getting any new major purchases this year? Okay. Major purchases. To me, that's like car, house, beach house, big purchases like that. No, maybe I will. I'm going to use today's journey. Today's journey. Look, I made a big deal about the bonfire, and I haven't even used it yet, but I just haven't felt it yet. We'll see. Looks good, though. Nice and trimmed. All right. Do you see me getting any new major purchases this year? Okay. Ms. Wheats wants to know. Ms. Wheats Tarot also has a tarot channel, you guys. You should go check her out. She does really good readings. She has read for me before, and I really enjoyed it. It was insightful, and she's got a great style, great personality. Go check her out and subscribe. Let's see here. Okay, major purchases. What have we got going on? We got that again. Interesting. All right, something's coming. We got intervention. That's the Tower. Something's coming. Are you looking for a new house? Are you looking for something to purchase, like a new home? I'm getting the real sense. The picture clearly, they're leaving a home. In this case, it's the Tower, so something's happened. So the tree is falling over, stuff like that. That's obviously my immediate reaction because of the picture, but I'm also really getting that sense based on some of the other things that are going on, and I'll let you know why. Here we have the Child of Water. This child is the page. So this is the Page of Cups. This is new news. New news about something that is near and dear to you, something that's important to you, something that you feel will make you happy. This, to me, gives me the real impression about the home, personal life. So I'm feeling like, this, and again, we have bookends. I'm feeling like there's something coming as far as a home. Now, if it's not a home, I see something coming regardless. Let's see here. Now, we also have the Seven of Air, which is swords. I feel like maybe this decision is being forced upon you in a sense, meaning you're having to make a decision because you have no other, you have to. Either, something's going on, that you need to replace something, that you need to purchase a new home, that you need a new car because it broke down, something like that I feel is forcing the issue. Again, looking for, if you're, well, let's move on here. Meditation, that is going to be the star. That is bringing you to, it's the guiding light of hope. It is the lighting the way. I think that you are going to be able to find something, and I think it's going to be smooth sailing. I don't think it's going to be difficult. I don't think it's going to take long. But I do think there is something involved here. Again, it's making me feel home because look at, they're in school, they're filling out paperwork. When you buy a house, or even if you rent a house, there's lots of paperwork. You know, you got to assign a bunch of stuff. Half of it seems ridiculous. Half of it's important. It's all important. You should read it all and sign it all properly. But you see what I'm saying? This could be true of any major purchase. So again, while I'm getting, my intuition's telling me something about a home, it very clearly could be about something else. So the answer is yes. I do see some purchase coming in. I do see that you're kind of going to be guided to it. If it's looking for a new home, if you're looking for a new refrigerator, I mean, that's a major purchase too. I feel like you're going to figure it out right away. I think you're kind of guided to it and you're going to know where to go. I don't think it's going to be difficult. I'm getting the impression that you're kind of being forced to do it because of circumstances. Something's happening that's making you have to replace or find something new. But yes, look at these. Big change coming. All right. Well, I hope that was helpful. There's always a lot going on. I mean, it seems like sometimes too, when it rains, it pours. I'll tell you what, I had this the other day when I had to cancel. I had a prearranged home repair, some emergency actually that came up. Today, guess what? My air conditioner broke. My house, man, I'm thinking that's a sign I need to move. Okay, so let me see. Thank you for your donation. Oh, good. We've got some feedback too. Look, oh, now it scrolled again. Where did it go? There we go. New car to match your home. There you go. Once last leg. Yep. And it's an accessory to match your new house. So there you go. I knew it was something. Now, the home, you know, joking aside, it was really saying home to me, but you know, it obviously would apply to a car. It could apply to a new microwave. You know, that's kind of big too. Okay, so let's move on. I don't have any donations right at the moment, so we will go ahead and pick a random question. Let me back up here. I want to see what is going on. Okay. Why am I not seeing? Oh, there we go. I'm back. All righty. I'm back. Okay. Aries girl, yes. And we're also going to do Krutika. I hope I'm saying it right. Are my soulmate. Let's find out. Let's use our magical Bonefire Tarot. Well, I don't know if it's magic, but it's magical because I have only used it in private. So Krutika, you are my first public reading with the Bonefire. That sounds like a soulmate kind of opportunity to me, right? And just so you know, I have read with it and played around and learned it and gotten to know it, but my first public reading. All right, what's going on with R? What's going on with R? Oh, I got two there. Thought I saw two. Okay, so we're going to keep that one. It wanted to come out, so we're going to leave it out, right? Okay. Now, so colorful. I really love it. Yeah, I cut the borders. It looks good without the borders, but the borders were a cool touch, but not a fan of borders. Okay, and sometimes it just makes the card so big you can't even shuffle. Okay, are my soulmate. All right. Well, we've got an ace here of cups, which is the new opportunity for love. That is a new opportunity. We've got the chariot. The chariot is fast movement. The chariot is combining energies to pull at the same speed. That's exactly what happens with a soulmate. You are soulmates because you are on the same path. You are going at the same speed, the same direction. This is looking very good. And this, it also looks good. We have a lot of bookends lately. All right, so we've got that bookending, the page and the king. Now, it's the same suit. Obviously, we're missing the knight and the queen, but it's the beginning and the end of the court cards, right? So page is new messages. The Page of Swords, this is for new ideas, new ways of communicating, things like that. So I think continuing to develop your communication as time goes on, as you develop, you're wanting to develop from the page to the king. This is the beginning, this is the top. The King of Swords, that is somebody who is, you know, a real leader, a decision maker, somebody who's really got it together, has all their ducks in a row. This is often a military kind of person. So not suggesting that ours in the military, maybe they are. But what I meant to, why I brought it up is because imagine what a military leader would need to do. Planning, strategizing, keeping people in line. As the king, looking at the big picture, strategizing. You know, so this is telling me that things are going to move, not only just from the message in the beginning of, hey, this is coming. This is the real solid rock part of the relationship, and that's where it's going, is bookend by these. This is the speed. This is the being on the same page and moving forward, and this is the new opportunity. So what I'm seeing here is a potential that, yes, this would be something to very much develop into a soulmate. Soulmates, I believe, now I'm not sure, I don't want to obviously say, if you believe something different, that's all well and good, and it could absolutely be right. But in my mind, I think we have various soulmates. You know, there's soulmates for different things. There are soulmates for different points in our life. The way you are when you're 25 is very different than the way you are when you're 50. And the same is true for everything in between. So this has the potential to be a soulmate. But what I'm seeing again, though, is working on the details are really coming up. Communication, that's important. So maintaining that good communication or building it is what's going to help build into the soulmate. You guys might be right on the same page from the very beginning, which is what this is indicating, which would make it all that much easier. But I am seeing the tarot is saying that, yeah, this really has a big potential to be your soulmate. Definitely. Definitely. And congratulations, you are the first Bonefire Tarot reading. Hope you like the bright colors in there. I think that's so nice. All right, so let me scroll down. I have to make sure that I'm seeing everything that I need to see. Okay, looking good. Looking good. All right, let's say hi to a couple more people. Let's see, Arvind, hello. We've got Krutika. I think I actually said hello. Brenda, Mila, hello, welcome. Thank you for coming. Ida, let's see, where was I? Here we go. Tulip, what's next for me in love? Let's use the Wizard's Tarot. Dun dun. What's next for Tulip in love? Okay, let's find out what the tarot is thinking, what advice the tarot can provide about next thing coming up in love for Tulip. Okay. Coming up in love for Tulip. Okay. All right, guys, let's see. Okay. Oops. There's our Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Well, I think there's some things that are coming, but I'm wondering if you're going to kind of find people are going to seem very similar to each other. Meaning, if you've had a past relationship, you know, something's going to feel very familiar to you. Perhaps it's looking for the same type of person. I mean, we all have a type. We all tend to look for what's familiar to us, what's comfortable. That's what I'm seeing here with the Wheel of Fortune. Here, the Five of Pentacles, that also kind of goes with that. It's saying, being kept out from trying new things. This is suggesting that you need to try some new things, which is about mystery. You're not going to know what to do sometimes, or you're not going to know a person truly until you really get to know them. I mean, I think, you get to know each other more. I mean, each day you know somebody more. But, you got to let things play out. You got to go through the holidays. You got to go on a trip. You got to do all these things, because things can suddenly be revealed to you that you thought you had a handle on and you didn't see. So, some mystery there. The Justice card, that's a decision. So I think, the mystery, you're going to need to make a decision to kind of forge ahead, even though it's a little unknown. I think you're going to need to try something different. I think that you might need to reevaluate, not your type, because your type is your type, but I mean, reevaluate kind of what your criteria is, because unintentionally we pick the same type of person. They might have a different face, a different name, a different job, but we repeat. We do the Wheel of Fortune. And we are kind of stuck on the outside. We're reliving things that we've already done back and forth. And that's what I'm seeing here. So I'm seeing that, things are going to come to you, but you do need to be looking at things kind of from a different way. The Justice card says making a decision to kind of look at things you haven't seen before, the Moon, and then things will come. Let's do an endgame card, because I want to see where that's going. Let's pull the end card off of the Wizards. Oh boy, Three of Cups, celebration, happiness. Okay, so positive result coming. But this is exactly what I was saying. You need to kind of reevaluate. So you're not continually looking in the same place, the same type. And then once you do that, you're going to find somebody who is having this little celebration with you. The coming together. Ooh, that's exciting. All right, let's see if I have any donations. And then it is getting close to the end. We are going to go ahead and we're not ending yet, so don't leave me. Let us scroll and see what I can see. All right, we've got cocky damage. What will my school life be like when I go back? So are you doing in-person learning? I'm wondering, or is it all going to be online? Let me think here. What deck do I want? I want Anna Kay. No, I want Arcanum. Let's do the Arcanum. Okay, Arcanum Tarot. What's school life going to be like? Yeah, with COVID, what is your school experience going to be like? What is your instructional life going to be? I mean, how are you going to do it? Is it going to be online? Is that going to work for you? Let's find out. I'm not sure what schools are doing. My daughter's doing an online program, so so she's not in the dorms or in the school library, so I'm not quite sure. She's in grad school, so she's working full time and stuff. But anyway, it's been a while for me since I've been in that kind of circle. So not sure if you're living in a dorm or an apartment kind of setting with roommates, or if you're working and going to school. I mean, there's so many different things. So we're just going to do a general of what will my school life be like. Your school experience. Oh, look at that. King and Queen, or backwards, Queen and King. The Knight, Ace. Wow, we've got all court cards and an ace. That's amazing. Okay, the only suit we're missing is the Cups, which would make total sense because this is not a love reading. Queen of Swords. I think there's going to be some arranging that you're going to have to do, perhaps juggling. I'm not seeing my typical juggler cards, but I think you're going to be very much making decisions. You're going to be very firm on what you're going to be doing. I think things are going to be laid out for you. I know, obviously, there is some flexibility sometimes, but I'm seeing that, things are going to be very regimented. There's going to be a structure. Now, clearly, just using common sense, that also involves PPE and making sure you're safe and those kinds of things, which are very important. But I'm thinking actually the school instruction, the way it's going, the platform, the classroom activity, whatever that is, I'm thinking it's going to be very structured, very structured. Here we have the King of Wands, which says to me, you're going to make it your own. You're just going to make it your own. Whatever those changes are, you're going to make it your own and you are going to thrive. In fact, I'm also seeing here as we move on, the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this is somebody who is moving, but he's a little slower, taking a measured approach. And that's what leads to this Ace of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity. Pentacles, resources, daily life, school. So school, I think things are going to be going a little slower maybe than you think, or it's going to be harder to get going. Maybe if it's going to switch to online, you got to get used to it, or whatever, something like that. But through all of this, this is going to still bring you a wonderful opportunity. Now, I don't know if this is secondary education with college or if this is high school. I mean, I don't know from your question, but either way, this is going to still take you where you need to go. I don't think you're going to sacrifice any of the quality of your education. I don't see any real community hanging out cards. So I'm wondering if it might limit a little bit of your social exposure to people, which makes sense in Corona. But regardless of all of that, I'm seeing, things real structured. You're going to flourish with that. You're going to take it on in stride, and it's going to help you keep moving to getting more and more opportunities, whether this is a job after school, whether this is, getting a bachelor's or a master's or moving on, getting an internship. Those kinds of things are still going to happen. I don't think you're going to sacrifice anything no matter what they do, but be ready because I think it's going to be real structured. I think it's going to be real structured, and you're going to do great. You're the King of Wands there. Did you see that guy? He's in charge. Okay, so let me check. I seem to always get donations coming in at the end. I want to make sure I did not miss any. Let me just get back to where I was, and I'm going to mix it up a bit. All right. So, looking for some feedback. I just wanted to see if there's anything else. All right, everyone. That's going to be it for today. If your question was not selected, please come back. I will be here every day. And as always, if you're really wanting your question answered and you don't want to wait or you're feeling like you're not being selected, please feel free, donate. That bumps you up to the list, and it's in any amount. So it's not like you're having to commit, some huge, thing. Please feel free. I use it to improve the channel. Huge thank you to all of you for being here. Again, thank you, as always, to Night Reader, who does such a great job. And I will see you tomorrow.